Hello, everyone. Welcome to Gospel Music USA, your home on the television for the very best in Southern gospel music. I'm Danny Jones of Singing News.
I'm Mike Lefevre with the Lefevre Quartet, and we're so glad you've joined us today. You may be noticing we're missing our centerpiece.
I guess you could say that, yes.
Karen Peck-Gooch is on assignment today and in a different place. So, but she will be back, I assure you. But we've got some great music for y'all today, right?
I think that was the way you well worded the way you said that. She is on assignment in a different place, which is a nice way of saying she's
not here.
Right, exactly.
Isn't that class act?
I thought that was smooth. I'll tell you what, you ought to run for office, buddy.
I might just do that.
All right. Well, standing over here on the other side of the studio is a gentleman who's been a part of gospel music now for probably the last dozen years or so. And you have seen him on stage with some of your favorite groups, but right now he's excited to be launching a solo ministry. He's got a lot of great songs, and he's going to sing some of them for you right now. Let's say hello to Scott Brand.
My soul was sick and dying, bound in sin and shame. Somebody called upon the Lord until sweet redemption came. Somebody held me up to God when I was feeling down. And I'm so glad that somebody prayed so I can sing it now. Somebody got another prayer through. Somebody touched the Lord. Somebody just touched heaven for another need once more. Somebody prayed until the Spirit came. Somebody called on Jesus' name. Somebody knocked upon heaven's door. Somebody touched the Lord. Now when I needed healing, I felt too low to pray. Somebody interceded, and soon the healing came. Now help me, Lord, to pray for those who stand in need of prayer. And let it be said just once more, somebody touch the Lord. Somebody got another prayer through. Somebody touched the Lord. Somebody just touched heaven for another need once more. Somebody prayed until the Spirit came. Somebody called on Jesus' name. Somebody knocked upon heaven's door. Somebody touched the Lord. Somebody got another prayer through. Somebody touched the Lord. Somebody just touched heaven for another need once more. Somebody prayed until the Spirit came. Somebody called on Jesus' name. Somebody knocked upon heaven's door. Somebody touched the Lord. Somebody knocked upon heaven's door. Somebody touched the Lord. Oh, yeah. Here's an old song that goes back to 1990 called Nobody's There. Place a flower on the grave where they laid old Buddha down. Hear Muhammad's children pray to his bones in the ground. Then journey through Jerusalem to a graveyard if you dare, and look for Jesus' body, but there ain't nobody there. Nobody's there. Nobody's there. Jesus rose up from the grave. He ain't been there. He ain't been there since that resurrection day when the Spirit of Jehovah great I am called him forth and placed all power in his hand. He's still the living word that said, I've got a church to build, and on this solid rock the gates of hell will not prevail. If you need reminding, if you're unaware, I'm here today to say nobody's there. Why do you seek the living out here among the dead? The Son of God is risen, that's what the angel said. When man tore down the temple, Jesus raised it up again. Started building on his kingdom. Take another look, my friend. Nobody's there. Nobody's there. Jesus rose up from the grave.
He ain't been there.
He ain't been there since that resurrection day, when the Spirit of Jehovah great I am called him forth and placed all power in his hands. He's still the living word that said, I've got a church to build, and on the solid rock the gates of hell will not prevail. If you need reminding, if you're unaware, I'm here today to say nobody's there. I'm here today to say nobody's there. I was empty and broken when I came back to him, a vessel so unworthy, so scarred with sin, but he did not despair. He started over again, and I bless the day he didn't throw the clay away. He is the potter, and I am the clay, molded into his image. That's where he wants me to stay. But when I stumble and I fall, and my vessel breaks, he just picks up all the broken pieces. He never throws the clay away. Over and over, he molds me and makes me into his likeness. He fashions the clay, a vessel of honor I am today. And it's all because Jesus didn't throw the clay away. Just a vessel of honor I am today. Oh, because Jesus didn't throw the clay
Welcome back to Gospel Music USA. Our guest today is Scott Brand. And those of you who follow Facebook and perhaps are friends with either Scott or myself, you know there's somewhat of a running, I don't want to say feud because that's not exactly.
It's biblical.
Banter?
Yes,
Bantering?
continuous banter.
Biblical banter.
There's nothing biblical about what you said. I mean, really. But anyway, Scott Brand is doing very well these days with his solo ministry, and it's been surprising to see, from your viewpoint, the number of people who have gotten on board and says, "All right, let's help Scott," and I know that means a lot to you.
Well, I tell you this, I learned this a long time ago. If you see a turtle on a post, he didn't get there by himself. You got somebody had to come along and help him. And I'm very thankful that the community that we have in gospel music, we have helpers along the way. And that's one sitting right there to the right of you, and you as yourself. And I appreciate the help that I've received. You know, I love this music. I've poured my life into this music. I want to do my part to keep this music going. And it pleases me, and I'm thankful that the people that's been doing this for a long time kind of give you that, you're doing a good job, keep going.
So you're saying you're a turtle?
A tortoise.
Okay.
Well,
Sorry, that was such a religious
Yeah,
moment.
yeah.
I'm just totally loose.
Keep it biblical, Mike.
well, okay.
No, I appreciate that too. You're right, because I think back when I was first getting started and the people that really poured into my life and I looked up to, and sometimes it was just a kind word or an encouragement or somebody that was nice.
Sure.
You know, it makes a difference in your life.
It does, and I'll tell you this, you don't do it for that purpose, but it sure helps you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you go and you see those guys that have paved the way for you, and you see them every now and then, or you'll see a video of them standing behind you, and you didn't see what they were doing, and you see them cheering you on, and you know, it's something that makes you go, you know what, I'm doing the right thing.
Yeah.
You know?
So who was your biggest influence growing up as you were wanting to be a part of gospel music? Who, I know Ivan is very near and dear to your heart,
Sure.
But who else helped mold your desire to be in gospel music?
Well, when I was growing up, there were 3 quartets that were the hot stuff. It was the Cathedrals, it was the Kingsmen, and it was Gold City. Those 3. And all 3 were different. So I loved every piece of what they did. If you wanted that smooth harmony, that, you know, the Cathedrals were hard to beat. If you wanted that electricity, that showmanship, the Kingsmen were your group. And then if you like somebody to stand flat-footed, wearing a double-breasted suit that could sing any song that they could sing, and that was them guys. Gold City was my favorite, and I loved that group. Taco, when I used to watch him, he would take a song and completely rearrange it to something that nobody had ever heard of before. He was so far ahead of the curve, and that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to be that guy that stayed ahead of the curve and enjoyed the craft that you have and work on your craft every day. And those guys were, in my opinion, they were the Cadillac.
You know, I mean, and you're right, those 3 groups, quartets especially, they were all great at what they did. Very similar, but entirely different.
They were.
Everybody had their own identity.
Right.
They did.
And that's why when you saw those 3 on the same program, or 2 of the 3, whatever the case may be, it was great from the first note till the janitor turning out the lights.
Right.
It was really great. All right, we've talked about the past. We've talked a little bit about today. Well, now you're in a position where there is someone right now who's probably 12 or 13 years old seeing you on TV or has seen you on stage and says, I want to be like him. What advice do you give that person?
The advice I could give you is this. Grow where you're planted, number 1. You're not going to get anywhere without putting work into it. I don't care what anybody tells you. You're going to have to work just like you have to work at a job to climb the ladder. It's the same thing here. Work on your craft every single day. There ought to be somewhere at some point in time in every day of your life that you work on your craft. And take pride in it. You want to get better every single time you step on stage.
God deserves the best.
He deserves the very best. And when I was growing up, I'll tell you one other thing to do. And I've always said this. If any kid ever came up to the table, this is my advice. When you get in the car and you turn the radio on, do not sing the melody, sing the harmony. That's how you train your ears to hear the harmony. And then when you get on stage with people, it'll come easier and easier as you hear it. And that is one thing that we're missing. And in my opinion, the church has changed a lot. And I'm not here to say it's for the good or for the bad. I'm saying we grew up with the old hymns, and everybody sang their part. Well, with that came you being able to hear the harmony parts. And I have an advantage probably that a lot of kids today don't have, and I'm very thankful for that. So
Mike, I got a question for you.
Sure.
When you turn on the radio and Scott Brand comes on, do you sing along with him?
I turn the channel.
Oh,
No.
y'all edit that.
Yeah.
No, I like it. You know,
That's not biblical at all.
I'm just kidding, though.
honesty is biblical.
Danny put me up to that. No. So, no, I would sing. I always sing along with Scott because he does, you have a lot of the same quality of vocal range as Ivan did. And I sang beside Ivan for many years, and I've always loved it. So you're easy for me to sing with. In fact, Scott filled in for us. Jordan got sick or something one time, and Scott
In
came.
Mississippi. I'll never forget it.
He came and filled in.
Mike come to me and said, now look, I need you to fill in for the lead part. And this is what I told him as we was walking off the bus. Make sure you sing that old Gold City stuff. I know that like the backside of my hand. If you sing anything beyond that, you're going to expose me.
And we did. We pulled out all that old Gold
We
City
did,
stuff.
and we sang it too.
Well, all right. Well, they're going to pull out a few more songs for Scott Brand to sing in just a few moments. Don't go anywhere. Don't touch that dial. Make sure you tell everyone that the very best in Southern gospel music is on Gospel Music USA. Scott will be back. Mike will be back. I'll be back in a few moments too. We'll see you shortly.
You're watching Gospel Music USA, and today our special guest is Scott Brand. He does an incredible job, and he's getting ready to sing another song right now, a classic called I Bowed on My Knees and Cried Holy.
I dreamed of a city called Glory. It was so bright and so fair. When I entered the gates, I cried holy. The angels all met me there. They carried me from mansion to mansions, and oh, the sights I saw. But I said, I want to see Jesus. He's the one who died for all. Then I bowed on my knees and cried, holy. The Son of God. As I entered the gates of that city, oh, my loved ones, they all knew me well. They took me down the streets of heaven. The scenes too many to tell. I saw Abraham, Jacob, and Isaac, sat down with Mark, spoke with Timothy. But I said, Timothy, I want to see
Great job, Scott. Great job. Great job. Thank you for being with us today
Thank you.
on Gospel Music
Thank
USA.
you.
All right, before we go, everybody needs to know how to find you on the world of the internet.
Yes, go to www.scottbrandministries.com.
All right, everybody check that website out. You got your breath yet?
Yeah.
Can you do one more song
I can
for
do
us?
one more.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, one more time, Mr. Scott Brand.
I went to visit a church, and it was quiet as it could be. There was nobody praising the Lord, nobody but me. When they said I was emotional, you know I kind of felt out of place. But when I come to church, I don't just come to take a space. Well, I'm just warming up. Yeah, I'm just warming up. I'm just warming up for that beating in the sky. So if you think I'm a little strange, don't wait around and wait for me to change. I'm just warming up for when I reach the other side. Well, I'm just warming up. Yeah, I'm just warming up. I'm just warming up for that beating in the sky. So if you think I'm a little strange, don't wait around and wait for me to change. I'm just warming up for when I reach the other side. When I reach those pearly gates, the gates swing open wide. I'm not gonna leap for joy 'cause I've reached the other side. All that pain and sorrow, but there I will forget. And if you think I shout down here, you ain't seen nothing yet. Well, I'm just warming up. Yeah, I'm just warming up. I'm just warming up for that beating in the sky. So if you think I'm a little strange, don't wait around and wait for me to change. I'm just warming up. Yeah, I'm just warming up. Yes, I am. I'm just warming up for when I reach the other side. When I reach those pearly gates, the gates swing open